So I usually don't speak about current event things. I speak on book stuff or education about literacy or publication writing and things like that. And I never speak really or make videos per se about political or current events. But with the children dying in the car in the parking lot in Detroit, it hit home pretty hard, and it put me kind of in my place. A lot of you know, in 2013 I had a fire, and in 8 minutes it destroyed my house, and we lost everything. If it wasn't in my car, we pretty much lost it. And if it wasn't on our body. And it was February. It was actually about this time. Oh my God, this is the anniversary. Wow. I'm not gonna go into the story. I can show you a video or point you to a video to where I discuss my fire story. But it really made me realize that we are, from 10 years ago till now, at this point, a lot of us, and even Americans, are one catastrophe away from homelessness. I'm not here to do a video about how to prevent that and what I could have did. I'm here to talk about the tragedy about those kids not being here anymore, and the mother is suffering, and what you guys are saying or how the public is reacting to all of this. Unless you have been in that situation, you do not know what was happening. But I can tell you, at this time of the year, the city's resources are stretched. At the time of my fire, I thought I had my crap together, and I didn't. At the time of the fire, I had 68 cents in my bank account, and I had friends. My network was my net worth. I can tell you that. I had friends who, you know, when the fire happened, led me to different resources, different nonprofits. And I can tell you they were stretched. Shelters were full. Programs were overwhelmed. And if that was 10 years ago, it has quadrupled since then because of the economy, because people's situations. It has gone exponentially. So at the time, I can imagine that this woman, I'm gonna say she could have tried everything, but it is the middle of winter and resources are stretched. And you're gonna tell me, well, Duggan needs to do something, the mayor needs to do something. I'm gonna tell you, it was impossible for me to find help. I even had friends who put my application at the top of Red Cross, and I still couldn't get a room. It had been 2 to 3 weeks after the fire, and we were still like living on people's couches. And I had 3 kids. It was tween and 2 teens, and there were times when I drove around until we could find somewhere to stay. I understand her struggle. I understand what she was going through, and I am traumatized by that. I can feel pain, because there were times when I thought we would have to stay in the car and wait till the morning. Now I know, and now I do things, and I'm always triggered to prevent oh my God, what if I do get stuck in my car? What if something does happen? Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know unless y'all been in that situation. So unless you've been in that situation, just be quiet. Just be quiet. If you can help, help. But she is going through a lot. And I'm going to tell y'all that. Y'all just cannot understand the immense amount of pain and suffering even before the death of her kid she was going through. And you cannot understand what's going on in this world right now unless you've been out there. So I know I went to so many places, and so many people tried to help me out with organizations, and so many people tried to, you know, put me where I needed to be. But with everything stretched and really, really horrible back then, I can imagine what she tried today, because it's even worse. And you guys don't know, when, if you ever have 68 cents in your bank account and you have 3 mouths to feed, and you are begging them to please don't turn your funding off one more time, because back then the government was shutting down every other week. Right now, with everything going on, I don't know if this is an educational one, a video, or if it's just to say, just be quiet. Just be quiet and let her suffer and go through what she has to go through. And don't put blame on anything, especially about this time of year, because governments are struggling with the impact of the economy as well. Organizations are struggling. And if you have not volunteered, if you have not served in an office, or if you have not even worked for the government, you really need to stop and just say, you know, I really don't know what was going on, and I pray for her, and just leave it like that. Because it's a lot going on. It's a lot of people who are suffering, and it's a lot of people who are in her predicament right now. But what you should be saying or asking is, what have you done to help so this doesn't happen again? Okay, I'm gonna get out of here, but I just have to say something.